Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is recap 13.1, which is insane, but it just means we're getting down to like the nitty-gritty end of musical. You may say 13 is an unlucky number, and you might be right. So before we get started, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and let's begin. Right, where do I physically begin? So, if you hadn't heard or seen my vlogs, I was a part of Step by Step Together, which was a community dance project, which was fantastic, and ran over the weekend of the 11th to the 13th of August. Yes, I am starting with this, even though this is a musical recap. Bear with me. Sunday, the 13th of August, which is where this video comes in from, literally was a big day. I had a performance at 11 o'clock and literally only had 15 minutes from when the show ended to when musical started. It was tight. But myself, Troy, and a band member got there. Myself and Troy, somehow managed to get through the 4-hour rehearsal after just performing. And it was a bumpy ride, particularly for me. I'm not sure about Troy. Yes, I am referring to cast members by their lead names because privacy reasons. So I rocked up, had a bag of chips, like hot chips, because I had not eaten since 8 a.m. that morning. So with that said, I had some chips, even though I barely ate any because we had to get in costumes and us leads had to mic up and whatnot. So I got in costume, and then one of the directors came over and said, "How are you feeling? How was the show?" Couldn't make it, but I heard wonderful reviews, and it's like, "Oh, thank you. That's totally okay." I'm tired. I literally had a mind blank. I told her that I hadn't eaten much, and she said, and I said, "Well, because I'm in costume, so I can't eat." And she said, "Okay, if you have a spare shirt, throw that on and take like a 5-minute break so you can get some food down." Because I was feeling lightheaded and tired. It was not nice at all. So then when I came back, she asked, "How you feeling?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." Got mic'd up. We had mics for the first time, which was amazing. My mic is a little bit different to everyone else's, which is totally okay, but it fits my character so well. I'm not sure if I'll put a photo in this one or the next one, but we also had costumes that day as well. So lots of running around. And then we did mic check, and then we basically ran the show from Act 1 to Act 2. And it got bumpy, bit quick. So I did my first line fine. Second line, when I came back on, I was a bit over the place. I said my first half of the paragraph fine. Then this is where it got me all over the place. Darbus is meant to come on stage. I have spoken about this particular interaction a few times. It apparently is an occurrence from what I've noticed and remember. Darbus was meant to come on to my little area, hand me a note. What it felt like 5 minutes. I was also talking to another band member literally yesterday at school saying it honestly felt forever. Even though it wasn't forever, it just felt forever. So then she finally came. I Another thing that I don't like about my lines is they're so similar to one another. I've got sorry peeps, sorry folks, hey wildcats, well wildcats, calling all, hi all. Literally so similar. I literally need to get my head in the game for that, just so I know what ones come where, but whatever. So she finally came. I knew it started with sorry, but I didn't know if it was folks or peeps, and then I called prompt because I didn't know how to move forward. I did not hear the first prompt at all, and then I waited just a little bit longer. Literally, my best friend, no, not best friend, but like the musical director who's like in charge of the band is like literally right. So I'm like here, and she's like down on the floor, like here. So she told me the line, which was in, I knew, like, sidestep. I know my lines like the back of my hand. I know them so well. But once she said that, I was trying my best to physically remember what came next. I just could not. So without trying to work myself up, because I was already at crying point because Darbus took so long to get there, I tried to calm my breathing down as much as I could, to the point I just could not anymore. I could not function. I could not move on, where the musical director said, if you need a break, go take a break. You are okay. So I stood up, left. I believe the production manager and prop manager was asking where I wanted to sit. I literally ignored them, walked straight past them because I was just in a mode, like shut down mode, where I could not talk to anyone. I went up to the dressing room, sat down, did a little bit more crying, but controlled my breathing eventually. The prop manager came up, asked me if I was okay. I'm doing okay. I've had a big weekend, she understands, because her daughters were also in the step-by-step show. So she understood how I was feeling. And she said, we came up with a plan. She said, how about we stick sticky notes on your desk with like one word from each of your lines so it can prompt you so you don't get lost and do what I did. Because at home, I'm fine. By myself, I'm fine. As soon as I'm on the stage, I lose just the tiniest bit of confidence and I'm done. I lose a bit of confidence. I focus so hard that I actually forget what I'm actually doing. So we came up with that, and what else happened? I came back after like a 10-minute break for the, hey peeps, just a reminder that the auditions for Juliet and Romeo have been like, starting at 3 p.m. or whatever my line is. And that was good because the band knew that if I wasn't there for my previous lines, like if I weren't there, they would just play over that bit, which was totally okay, which I'm so glad because no thank you. I don't want to go through another mental breakdown. No, it wasn't a mental breakdown, but like, I was tired. Literally. Too much going on. Act 2 was even better. Getting better. Yelling at Darbus. Again. Loved it. And then, what else? I finally had people to lift and move my table, which was amazing. Which I need to slow down my words because I'm moving across stage as I'm saying that. Darbus also cut me off for another line that I was meant to say, but I could not say because Darbus cut me off. And it's going well. I don't know. Darbus is a lovely person, don't get me wrong. Just because we hadn't run the full show, we haven't really had like the timing of everything, which, yeah, 15 weeks of musical is amazing from where we started to now where we are. So yeah, and then I had my very last line, talking to Kelsey Nielsen, like, hey, I really dig your music, babe. Like, really? You like it? And then we hug, and then we started doing these like cringy dances, like the Macarena, the sprinkler. I don't know what other ones that we did, but yeah, we just do our little like cringe stuff that we do side stage, but brought it on stage because we needed to bring it on stage somehow, somewhere, whatever. And then we did finale, which is amazing. What I mean by finale is All in This Together as well as Mega Mix. So yeah. And then once rehearsal was finished, I packed up my stuff, met my mum, because then we had to go to the city because I had appointments on Monday. And I literally slept in the car for 2 hours. It was nice. Not nice because you're sleeping in a car, but it was good just to be able to sleep. I think that is all for this recap. Yeah. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you in recap 13.2. Oh my god. Crazy. Bye.